Yeah, good evening. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Wednesday, the 4th of December 2019. This is my weekly analysis video where I go over all of the pairs I am currently trading on both the high probability method and the mod MACD methods on the daily charts. I don't know if you saw my video on Monday. I did a bit of a video on using the simulator, the Soft 4 FX simulator. Pretty good video. I had some good feedback on it, so you should check it out if you haven't already checked it out. All right, let's go through a few things. We'll have a look at the JAGfx Facebook group first up. So welcome to all the new members that have joined that. I think we're up to, what are we up to? 5,070. So thanks very much for those new members that have joined. And also thanks to people that have been hanging around and contributing. When you come to this group, probably the first thing I'd recommend is you read this top pinned announcement post from Christina. It shows you where stuff is in the group here. Basically, if you go to the files folder on the left here, I'm not sure it is, we're on a handheld device, but on the laptop it is files. Click on that. It takes you to all the resources. You can see all my stuff here. There's some custom indicators, MT4 and MT5. Trade screenshots, which I post every day. They get put in a shared folder. And JAGfx trade results, FAQs, and that multiple trade spreadsheet, etc. It's all in there. So if you go there, moving right along, let's have a look at the spreadsheet. This is a shared spreadsheet. You'll see this. This is the main one, HP, high probability, and mod MACD combined. So we'll look at this, start date 26th of June 2019. If you see this, you can basically read the menu up here. Basically, this ugly red color is a loss. The blue one is a win. Green ones are what I consider break even or close to it. If you see this red down here, it just means it's a higher risk trade. There probably should be more of them. If we go down further, so you see yellow sometimes, it means it's been a partial close. So you can see that there, partial close on a couple of trades. So we start on the 26th of June, and what are we, 4th of December? So I think we've done about 400 and something. So yeah, last trade was 435. So shoot across to this sheet here, HP and mod MACD results. This is something from my own records. I'm keeping track of each individual pair. You can see it's all based on a base lot of 0.02, so it's very small. The pips, not really that important, more the dollar that we've earned so far. Red obviously means haven't been going well. A couple of pairs there give me a bit of grief. And here's sort of the overall. Not sure how entirely accurate that is, but it should give you an idea. So that's all in the files folder, that Facebook group, and I think it's on the pinned post in the main top Telegram group too. So let's go across to the news and see what's happening in the FX calendar for the week. We're already on Wednesday, so we've gone past a fair bit. Won't worry about what's happened. Today we had yesterday with the Aussie cash rate, interest rate, which remained the same. And tonight I think we got Canadian. Yes, we have. So at the moment it's 7:12 p.m. local as I'm doing this. And at 10 p.m. local we have the Bank of Canada overnight interest rate. So they're not expecting a change, but you never know with these experts, so-called. So what have we got? So I've got a bit of high impact out of the US twice tonight, and the Canadian one's probably the most important one tomorrow. Got a couple of New Zealand, Aussie, and OPEC meetings all day, which is Thursday, and I think Friday's pretty busy if I remember rightly. Yeah, employment numbers out of both Canada, which don't really move the market too much, but can have an effect on the CAD pairs. But this is the old traditional non-farm payrolls, whatever it's called now, the employment figures basically out of the US. That can be a market mover at times. So these are fairly important. For me, that's 8:30 p.m. on a Friday night, which is great. Love that time zone. All right, so that's the news. Now let's skip across to the charts. This is my profile as usual. If you see the actual pair indented like this, means there's no trade on, so there's a few no trades happening. If it's extended, means there's at least one trade on that pair. So we'll go through each pair. Now remember, when I'm doing this video, I may talk really fast for some may not understand my Australian accent. Either slow down the video, or if I'm talking too slow for you, speed it up. If you want to read my notes on the chart, pause the video. So we'll start off with the pound yen. No trades on at the moment. I've drawn this line across here. Now, I'll just quickly explain. I've got the name of the pair up here, pips to date down the bottom. Any grey vertical lines like this is just something that's caught my eye. It's something of interest. This is my high probability setup. Blue aqua lines normally mean a trend line I'm looking at, possibly double top or an important trend line or something like that. It's not signifying any particular direction. But in this case, I was looking at a possible double top. Looks like it's breaking through now. I think you'll find that might be, see, that's pretty close to it there. That was probably a valid buy signal there. When you look at the price below, the MACD Platinum's below the zero level. Didn't take it, just didn't like the look of the MAs. Probably could have got a few pips out of it, but it's, look at that sideways action on these pound pairs. So moving right along, see these USD CAD. It's already taken a sell trade on this red dot here, and it was stopped out. And I've stopped out for minus 91 pips. It was based on hidden bearish divergence. I like hidden divergence. Eventually this will be a winner. Well, I've got an 80% chance it'll be a winner. I can't say definitely it will be. You can see prices continued up slowly, gone sideways for a bit. I drew this trend line across here. Once I had that low there and that low there, I've just joined those two. I've been waiting for a clean break to the downside. If this finishes like this tomorrow morning, I'll be taking a sell here. The sell signal's still valid. There's no green QMP dot here. MACD's rolling over nicely, so you could make a case for divergence. Price has gone up, MACD's gone down, and if that stays like that, I'll sell. Stop will be up near this blue line somewhere, and I'll try to see if I can make that, recover that minus 91. Canada USD CAD, it's a tough pair for me. Don't like it. It's all very tight. Red lines signify bearish type divergence. So I'll keep on going. AUD CAD took a buy a couple of days ago, went up nicely. Then there was Aussie news today. I was a little bit concerned going into that, trading into the MAs, which you can read my notes. I normally write notes here. Now, blue signifies a buy. So the intersection of these two blue lines is my entry point. Green trend lines are bullish type divergence. So you can read, normally I write the type of divergence if there is there, hidden bullish divergence. Made a few pips on this one, and if I just tighten it up a bit, you'll see my stop down here. Now generally I'll put a stop in. I'm going to put a stop in with a lot of these trades now. I'm trying to go away from the the hedging option, but I've got no problems hedging when there is hidden divergence. Hidden divergence, no problems hedging, and this is more of a safety stop than anything else. It's with regular divergence, you sort of try to catch a falling knife because you're looking for a trend reversal. So this, I took a buy, went up to the 240. There was some negative news on the Aussie today, sort of pulled back a bit, but we're still around near the entry level. Now here's one of my problem trades. I took a bit of a gamble by closing out all of my sell trades, as you can read in the notes here. Now I'm stuck with these buys, and this thing's just been going down. So I'm in 3 buy trades, very high risk. Look, don't do this if you're not a confident trader. I've got a few pips in the bank, but at the moment all those pips probably wiped out if I closed all those trades. The MACD Platinum's basically stayed below the zero level for a long time, which is highly unusual, and this thing's been just skidding down. We might be at some sort of support level now. Yeah, I don't know, and it could keep on going down. I had opportunities to take a hedge in here, but I'm going to try and play this out to the upside. Could take a while, and you can see overall break-evens, this yellow dash line. You can read my trades, they're normally in sequence from top to bottom. Any notes I make, overall break-even, I have a area in there, that's there, that horizontal line there, and what my net total is in the trade, so plus 0.22. So that's where I'm at the moment. I'm looking to buy this and take another buy trade and see if I can recover some of that. So that's the Euro New Zealand. Now CAD Swiss. This one caused me a bit of grief. It looks very busy on the chart because it is. If I zoom out a bit, you can see it's a sort of a trending. So it's in a bit of a tight range here at the moment. You can make a case for head and shoulders if that's your thing. This is, oh, hang on, let's go back. You can see this big resistance level up here. It did start to go in my favour from this buy here, but then just dropped off like it dropped off. Now, it might have found some support here. I'm happy to try and trade my way out of this pair. It's a slow-moving pair generally. It's not going to catch you by surprise, so it's just a matter of working my way out of these trades. For example, if I got another buy trade, say in a day or so, I can look at maybe closing some of these sell trades out and maybe take one or two of those buy trades out off the table also. So it's just a matter of getting a little bit creative with trade management. I don't get too concerned about these slow-moving pairs like the CAD Swiss. It looks downright ugly, and it is. You probably have to pause the video and have a bit of a read what's happening here. All right, and here's my next ugly pair. New Zealand CAD. So remember, buys are the blues, reds are the sells. You can see it's all pretty tight. It's not too bad. I've got a lot of trades. I'm actually hedged at the moment. MACD Platinum's been above the zero level for a long time. This is unusual. So when it's above, remember when it's above the zero level, my bias is to sell. So say for example, got a sell signal like the previous pair we just looked at, I'd be looking to maybe close some of these buys and maybe one or two sells and sort of balance everything out and see if I can slowly work my way out of these trades. Again, slow moving pair, nothing to get too stressed about, but I could be in the sequence for a while. All right, AUD Japanese yen, another hidden bullish divergence. Now remember, hidden bullish divergence, lower lows on the oscillator, in this case the MACD Platinum, and higher lows on price. It is a bit of a high risk trade because you're going into the MAs, price is already in there, and we're at that 240 again, very close to it. That's the 240 LMA. But you can see by just the chart structure, we've had a high here. See, prices come down. It's obviously in a downtrend, down, up, and down. It's not you've got a higher low here, and we've got a higher high here. So to me, it's possible the trend's revert. That's an uptrend as far as I'm concerned, and hidden bullish divergence is a continuation of the uptrend. I have got a stop down here. It's a long way away. I'm pretty confident I'll be able to do some of this. So it's not a bad pair to trade. Aussie yen, we're in a buy. We're just above the entry at the moment. URD CAD, I took a sell on this grey dotted line and I closed it on this green signal. It's just regular bearish divergence at the moment. It's pretty ugly, it's pretty flat. It's not exciting. If I get a sell, I might have another go. See how price goes up to 240, bounces off. Here's another example, bounced off. It could bounce off again. Could make a case for a double top there. But at the moment, it's just stuck. The MAs are tightening up. Nothing doing at the moment. And again, you can see it's a pair I've been struggling with. It's just hard on the daily chart with all this crap. It's not getting any sort of momentum. It's a pair I'd probably ditch, but history shows that it's been pretty good it hasn't been good for a while, but you get some good moves on it. Has its moments, and can be a slow-moving pair that comes back to the same price all the time, but it's caused me, when we start trading, June, so back here we started trading, June, so about here somewhere. And really, other than that, maybe that one there, it's been nothing for months. New Zealand USD. Nothing going at the moment, made a few pips. Now, with my divergence lines, even though they're drawn here and there's no confirmed divergence, I draw these in every day just to give me a bit of a heads up what I'm looking at. So say the MACD platinum keeps on going up, keeps on going up, keeps on going up and goes up to the upside, then I'll just delete the lines. But in the meantime, if it's suddenly rolled over, that is divergence. It's regular bearish divergence at the moment. But it's heading up, so there's no confirmation. Obviously, remember I'm looking at the QMP filter dots, but I will draw the lines in just to give me a heads up what's going on. Aussie Swiss took a buy, got a stop down here. It's gone sideways for about 5 or 6 trading days. Keeps on popping up through my entry level. Popped down today on the news. Now starting to pop back up again. Not doing much at all. Can be an ugly sideways pair to trade, but made a few pips, so we'll stick with it. Euro Swiss, I was in a buy from here, and I actually closed it this morning. The remaining half, I already closed half. A bit like the Aussie Swiss, doesn't move that much. This today was a valid sell signal, which I made note in my Facebook group and the Telegram group. You can see it's probably in a downtrend in that. The reason I didn't take it is because the MACD Platinum's already at just about on the zero level and close to it. It just doesn't give me much wiggle room. Probably it's popped up a little bit, but not much, but no use taking it. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, took a buy here last week. It's gone up nicely. It's probably at these previous highs. I probably should have had a look at taking some pips there, but it's only 50 pips. Probably should have taken half off the table there. MACD's platinum still below the zero level. Got a stop and place down here. Hidden bullish divergence. So basically, when managed trade management, when this red line gets close or crosses that zero line on the MACD platinum, I'll look to close half my trade. That's one thing. Then move my stop up, below these lows or something like that. I'll just give it a bit of wiggle room at the moment. It's not a fast-moving pair either. Euro yen, right? It's a good example. I'm in 2 buy trades. They're separate. You can slow the video down, read my notes. So I took one here. Both stops are at the same place. So here's my stops and stop. So the stop is that red dotted line for both. Overall break even is this yellow dashed line for both. Overall break even at that level, I'm positive plus 0.03. So first one, I've already closed half and got a stop in place. Second one's a full high risk trade. You can read my notes. Had hidden bullish divergence followed by hidden bullish divergence. So I've had lots of hidden bullish divergence. And I'm just above my entry level on the second one at the moment. And the MACD Platinum looks like it's rolling over underneath the zero level a little bit. But we'll just give it another day or so and see how we go. Let's have a look. USD, Japanese yen. It's been a tough one to trade the last couple of weeks. I do like trading this pair. There was a valid sell signal today. I didn't take it. Price is right on the MAs. The MACD Platinum's right on the zero level. There is regular bearish divergence, but it's just, it could drop and make 1,000 pips. So be it. I miss out. It's just another one of those things that just happen. It's trading. Right, USD, Euro USD, sorry. Took a buy. What have I got here? I did have a buy on this grey vertical line, and I closed out on this red QMP here. Took the loss instead of letting it go to my stop was down here. This is probably the same level. That was based on hidden bullish divergence. This one's now based on regular bullish divergence. So that's normally a pretty good setup when you get one type of divergence with the same bullish with a different type of divergence. It's normally a pretty good signal, but it's a bit of a high risk trade. It's into the MAs. So what I could have done here with regards to my hedging, because it's hidden divergence, and like I said, I like that, took the buy there, took the hedge sell there, than taking the second buy there. I've just drawn this blue trend line. It was just a breakthrough there, so it was just there's no real reason I didn't take the trade based on that, but sometimes I just draw it to watch it. This candle is a big candle, which if it was just like a half a candle, it would have been a lot better. But so here we go. So I'm trying to recover that loss on that first trade, which is minus 50. I've made a few pips on the euro, surprisingly, because as you all know, if you listen to me for a while now, you know I don't like this pair. Tough pair to trade sometimes. All right, Aussie, New Zealand. This pair has some good moves, but geez, it has some ugly moves too. Luckily, I'm in a sell trade back here. You can read my notes. It was a part of a sequence, and I closed out half and closed out another. So I'm down at my overall break-even's at point of entry, POE, minus 0.01. So that's my point of entry. My stop's here, so I'm locking in profit. This thing's got the MACD Platinum looks like it's turning up, so I'm going to be probably tightening that stop up. So I may just drop down to say a 4-hour chart if I just drop down. So here's a 4-hour chart. My stop's sort of above this highs here. So I could look at what the 4 hours doing and drop my stop. It's been a sort of gradual slow down, but I could put my stop in here somewhere or something like that. But it's going down. That's all that counts, and I'm on the right side of the trade, and we made a few pips on this pair. And here's a pair I've been struggling with. I took a bit of a chance on this. This is one of those ones where I closed my. This is the pound Aussie. I closed a lot of buys and tried to work the sells down. Took a risk, and it didn't work out for me. Where I had to take another buy. And I think I took another buy in here, and I've closed that out and took another sell. So I'm gradually making pips, but at the moment my break even's all the way down here. I'm negative, and it's in an uptrend, obviously, as you can see. MAs are spreading, they're going up. It's a bit ugly, the chart. You can read my notes. So now I've got to try and work my way out of it. So it's just a matter of, the thing I do like is that price is a long way above the MAs, which generally means it'll eventually come back. Not all the time, but it's messy, this one, and it's going to cause me a bit of grief. And it's a pound pair, and we're coming up to, I think, the UK general elections, which I believe on the 12th of December. It's only 8 days away, so it could get messy. So here is the euro pound in a sell, have been for a while, stop in place, locking in profit. And the pound's on the move at the moment by looks. Again, draw my potential trend lines in for divergence. It's a tough one because price is still, the MACD Platinum's still above the zero level. Ideally, I want it to come down here somewhere like that and bounce up and go up to take the buy. But technically, it's still a divergence. Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. Keep on drawing these lines in, take the buys. And this is regular bullish divergence, so it's high risk. You're trading against a trend. You can see the MAs are spreading. It's a downtrend, so you're trying to catch a falling knife. If you're going to trade these, as I said, I'm going away from the hedging on regular divergence. So it'll just be tight stops, tight stops. Eventually a trend will turn. Then hopefully all the little losses you may have had, the win when it does happen, might be enough to get you out of the poo, so to speak. So we've made a few pips. We're in a sell all the way back here. Profit locked in. You can read my notes. Euro Aussie sell from today. It's a trade I took today. Went against me straight away. It's starting to, I've got concerns that 240 LMA may act as support level. We're on it when I took it. We've got hidden bearish divergence. It's not a great, you've got lower highs on price and basically a double top on the MACD Platinum. So there is divergence there. So technically it is a hidden bearish divergence. I've made a few pips on this pair. It's a pair I don't mind trading, the Euro Aussie. You could make it head and shoulder top. Nah, don't worry about it. So, yeah, it took a sell. Went against me initially, but it seems to be going the right direction now. So there it goes. Aussie USD, took a buy a couple of days ago. Another high risk sort of trade. and you can see up my notes, Aussie interest rate news, same day as buy taken. So that was added to the risk. High risk traders trading into the MAs, but again, I've got this hidden bullish divergence. I've got that safety stop down below these lows here, and you can see everything here. So we're in profit at the moment. Just pound CAD, another one that was causing me grief. I took a bit of a risk, closed out my buys, and try to work three sells. It dropped down a little bit, then it bounced up. Now today I took a hedge. Again, I'm trying to catch a falling knife here. Prices are heading up. MACD's heading down. It's just, yeah, it's not the ideal setup. Now I'm hedged, so hopefully it'll just roll up and turn it and roll back down. Again, UK elections coming up. At the moment, I can't lose anymore, so I'm locking in a loss basically. And I'm glad I took that hedge now. It's already popped up a little bit. And you can start drawing, say, moving these trend lines again. See, oh, not that one. Damn, it's mine. I'll have to put that back in. So you can put that one, put that one there. Sort of stuff like that, you know. So I'm moving it, getting ready for the next possible, what do you call it, divergence. So let's just fix this up before I go anywhere. Where's my buy? 72815. 72815. Right, click off that. So yeah. All right, moving right along. CAD yen. Now I don't mind this one. I took a buy, hedge sell, red. Then I took a second buy. It got to my overall break-even level here, this yellow dash line. You can see my notes here. And what was it, 1, 2, 3, 4 days, it's probably at my break-even. You know, the MACD Platinum's still below the zero level, so I was just hoping, bang, it pushed right through there and make a bit of a profit. But as Murphy Law would have it, dropped like a rock for 2 days. Now it's starting to head back up. Here I could start looking, drawing a trend line. We're still in buy mode, so and all this action's happened on the MACD Platinum below the zero level. So say for example, got another sell. I'm quite happy to take a hedge sell, and then take a third buy. So yeah, it's a bit tricky. I was at the overall break even, and I wanted to make some money. When you get this 1, 2, 3, and bang, when it takes off on that third trade, that's when you make some good pips. This didn't work. Now I've got to work my way out of it. But the good thing is the MACD's rolled over too, which is good. But we're heading up, so I may look at drawing a trend line across these highs. If that buy signal remains valid, I could take another buy just to give me some oomph to the upside. It's generally a slow moving pair, the CAD yen, so it's nothing to get too concerned about. All right, moving right along. If anyone's got any questions about any of these trades, I'll just put them in the comments of the Facebook group, or you can contact me by email or in the Facebook group or Telegram, whatever blows your boat. All right, pound Swiss. This is the only pair I'm trading the mod MACD on at the moment. Took a buy on the mod MACD, which is this fast MACD down here, which is just settings of 6, 12, and 1. So basically when it crosses through the zero level, that's my trade signal in assistance with this 25 SMA. So for buys, price has to close above it. For sells, price has to close below it, with confirmed on this fast MACD cross. So it's going up eventually. Drawn some trend lines in here just to give you an idea. There was probably, you could probably consider that a valid sell signal. It's pretty flat though. It's nothing. It's regular bearish divergence. It's not ideal. MACD Platinum's below the zero level, even though it's still a valid signal. I'm not going to take it. I've got the buy on the mod MACD, and it seems to be going all right at the moment. So I'll just run. As long as this fast MACD stays above the zero level, we stay in this trade. Moving right along, New Zealand Swiss. Not much happening here. Potential setting up for Divergence, regular bearish divergence. Made a few pips on this one. You can see, like I just drew a triple bottom down here, and I've got a few pips up there, but now the MACD platinum's above the 0 level, so I'm looking to trade down. USD Swiss franc, I took a trade on this. That blue line, blue dashed line, is parity, 1.00000. If you watch my videos, you probably get sick of me here saying this. Means for $1 is 1 Swiss franc. It's always a big number, parity in any pair. Took a sell, went down nicely. I was hoping to break these lows here. It hasn't. It's bounced up a little bit. And the MACD platinum's rolling down, and it's going to get close to the blue dotted line. You can just see it's already through the 0 level. I should probably be considering either getting out this trade or taking some off the table and bringing my stop, which is up here, down a bit tighter. You can see it's been a pair. I've struggled trading. Hasn't been kind to me, but I'm going to persist with it. Like I said, you can always drop down the lower time frames and trade this. You get some decent moves. This is the 4-hour chart. I just flicked over the 4-hour chart. There's been some decent moves on the 4-hour chart. Even if you drop down the 1-hour chart, once we catch up with it, see there's that big move down. I'm not sure we would have got that. Boys, yeah, it's even tough on the 1-hour. Yeah, but having said that, I'm just in profit. Right, pound New Zealand. Yeah, I've got my trend line across here. It was resistance, resistance, then it becomes support, 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 support. Broke through. Yeah, remember, it's support and resistance is not an actual price; it's a zone. So you can say that's held there and bounced back up. It's broken through there, but it's sort of heading back up again, you know. So it's, and with the MACD below the 0 level, generally I'd be looking to buy. But it's one of these pound pairs that been going sideways, election coming up. It might just be wise to give the pound pairs a miss until after Christmas. See how it all pans out. And speaking of pound pairs, here's another one. Pound USD. Got these 3 ugly cells down here. Taking this hedge buy. I had all these 3 cells that are way back here. Made plenty of pips because I closed out all my buys. And I got close to an overall break even, and it just shot up, and I've sort of got myself in. I think I've worked a couple of trades in this level here. Now I've got a hedge buy here, and it's gone up. MACD platinum, so you can start. Here we go again. So you can start sort of drawing, broken through that blue, what I thought might have been a double top or a resistance level. Red. So I could probably ditch that now because it's been broken well and truly. And so again, potential regular bearish divergence is setting up there. Not yet, nothing's been confirmed. In the meantime, I'm hedged. I can't lose anymore. So the plan is now to let this go up as high as it wants before it rolls over and I get a sell signal, close this buy out, add to the sells, and take more pips. So it's just a matter of working my way out. New Zealand, Japanese yen, nothing happening at the moment. It's not a bad pair to trade this. Potential regular bearish divergence setting up, but again, need confirmation. Out of my gold, buy, close my sells. It's a bit. I'm having trouble with the metals, and gold's been giving me a bit of grief. As you can see, it doesn't have to go up far to my overall break even. I've got no downside protection at the moment. This is high risk. Got this little nice support level here, or divergence. Hidden bullish divergence, you'd probably say there. That's hidden bullish divergence. Now I've got the support level. I'm putting myself in a position that's if gold just rolled over, then I'll be in trouble. Hasn't got far to push up, so if it has a nice little break up, that'll be great. But at the moment, I closed my sells, which reduced my losses up down here, and now I'm taking a risk by taking this buy today. If you read my notes today, you would have seen what I did. And silver, took a buy back here, went against me, starting at near the overall break-even level, or just below it. MACD Platinum's at the 0 level. Just a matter, if it pushes up a little bit higher, I might just close it out and be done with. I've got gold to worry about. Silver and gold sort of move the same. So that's about it, guys, for the charts. So if you've got any questions here, just fire them back to me. Just contact me through my website at JAGfx.com or at admin@JAGfx.com, or just post them in Facebook group or Telegram or Twitter, which I don't get on that often. So welcome to all the new members. Thanks for everyone that has joined. If you do like this video, I know they drag on a bit and not the most exciting videos, please at least hit the like button or subscribe to the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. And thanks for watching. Enjoy the week all. It is Wednesday, and remember, Canadian interest rates news out shortly, and Friday non-farm payroll or employment numbers out of the US and Canada. Enjoy the night all. Cheers.